The unexpected arrival. The alien Captain Zakar watched with disdain as a human ship approached their territory. In his eyes, humans were a primitive species, barely worth acknowledging. The Krone Empire, with its advanced technology and powerful military, had little to fear from these upstart creatures. Zakar was amused at the thought of these humans attempting to communicate with the Krone High Council, envisioning them begging for mercy. He straightened his ornate uniform, preparing to indulge in what he expected to be a humiliating encounter for the humans. As the human ship docked and the airlock hissed open, Zakar was ready to laugh at the sight of a ragtag group of humans. But instead, he was met with a squad of human special forces, clad in advanced power armor and armed with rail guns. Their leader, a towering figure named Commander Jake Prescott, stepped forward with confidence. He introduced himself and his team, stating their purpose: to discuss an alliance against a common enemy, the Zorgoth. Commander Prescott's bold demeanor and the advanced equipment his team displayed were enough to silence the mocking whispers of the Krone. Prescott outlined the threat posed by the Zorgoth, a brutal alien species that had already decimated countless civilizations. The Krone, he warned, would be next if they did not unite with the human alliance. The mocking council. The human delegation was led through the grand halls of the Krone ship, eventually entering the High Council chamber. The room was vast and imposing, with the 9 Krone council members seated in a semicircle at the far end. As Prescott began to speak, the council members reacted with derision. Their amusement grew as he described the destructive path of the Zorgoth and the potential benefits of an alliance. Despite the open scorn, Prescott remained steadfast. He explained the technological advances humans had made and how their ingenuity could complement the Krone's superior resources. The council, however, was unmoved. The High Counselor, a figure of great authority, dismissed Prescott's warnings and ridiculed the idea of cooperating with a primitive species. Prescott, refusing to be intimidated, delivered a final, stern warning. The Krone's arrogance could lead to their downfall. The human alliance would fight the Zorgoth with or without their help, and history would remember the Krone's refusal to stand together in the face of a common threat. As he turned to leave, the council chamber fell silent, the weight of his words lingering in the air. Preparing for the worst. Returning to Earth, Commander Prescott faced a sobering reality. The Krone had refused their plea, leaving humanity to face the impending Zorgoth threat alone. In a meeting with the United Earth Defense Council, Prescott shared the news and outlined the grim situation. The council members, though disheartened, rallied around a common goal: to prepare Earth for the inevitable invasion. Under Prescott's leadership, Earth's brightest minds and most skilled engineers worked tirelessly. They focused on enhancing the planet's defenses, developing new weapons, and fortifying military installations. The urgency of their mission fueled their determination, as every day brought the Zorgoth closer to Earth's doorstep. The sense of impending doom grew with each passing week. Reports of the Zorgoth's relentless advance reached Earth's leaders, detailing the devastation left in their wake. Entire planets had fallen, their populations either annihilated or enslaved. The chilling images of destruction and despair strengthened humanity's resolve. Breakthroughs and setbacks. In the labs, Prescott and his team made significant strides. They developed energy weapons capable of piercing the Zorgoth's formidable armor and force fields to withstand their devastating attacks. However, each breakthrough was tempered by the realization that the Zorgoth were an incredibly advanced and adaptable foe. Prescott pushed his team to their limits, knowing that failure was not an option. The long hours and relentless pace took their toll, but the scientists and engineers pressed on. They understood the stakes. The survival of their planet and the future of humanity hung in the balance. As the Zorgoth drew closer, Earth's leaders scrambled to secure alliances with other species. However, the Krone's influence and the pervasive fear of the Zorgoth made these efforts challenging. The human race stood largely alone, racing for the storm that was about to hit. The invasion begins. The day of reckoning arrived when the Zorgoth fleet emerged from hyperspace, a terrifying armada that dwarfed anything humanity had faced before. The United Earth Defense Fleet, bolstered by Prescott's innovations, moved to intercept the invaders. The battle that ensued was fierce and chaotic. Under Prescott's command, the human fleet unleashed a torrent of firepower. Energy beams and missiles streaked through space, colliding with the Zorgoth ships in spectacular explosions. The first wave of Zorgoth destroyers crumbled under the assault, but their main force continued to press forward. The Defiant, Prescott's flagship, shuddered under the onslaught of Zorgoth weapons. Despite their advanced defenses, the human ships suffered heavy losses. The battle was a desperate struggle, with every ship and soldier giving their all to hold back the tide. A turning point. As the battle raged, Prescott realized that brute force alone would not be enough to win. He ordered a strategic retreat, drawing the Zorgoth into a trap. Earth's forces regrouped, using the planet's natural defenses and newly developed technologies to their advantage. In a daring maneuver, Prescott deployed experimental cloaking devices to hide key installations. The Zorgoth, overconfident and unaware of the trap, pressed their attack. At the critical moment, Earth's forces revealed their hidden strength, launching a coordinated counterattack. The surprise assault caught the Zorgoth off guard. Human ships, previously believed to be destroyed, re-emerged and struck with devastating precision. The Zorgoth fleet began to falter, their formation breaking under the relentless human assault. The final stand. With the Zorgoth fleet in disarray, Prescott seized the opportunity to deliver a decisive blow. He ordered all remaining forces to focus their fire on the Zorgoth command ship, a massive vessel that served as the fleet's nerve center. The battle reached a fever pitch as human and Zorgoth ships clashed in a final desperate struggle. The Defiant led the charge, its weapons blazing. Prescott watched as the Zorgoth command ship's defenses weakened under the relentless barrage. Finally, with a blinding explosion, the command ship was destroyed, sending shockwaves through the Zorgoth fleet. The remaining Zorgoth ships, leaderless and demoralized, began to retreat. Earth's forces pursued them, determined to end the threat once and for all. The battle was over, but the war against the Zorgoth had just begun. Prescott stood on the bridge of the Defiant, surveying the wreckage of the battlefield. The cost had been high, but humanity had proven its strength and resilience. The crone and other species might have doubted them, but the human alliance had stood firm. As the survivors regrouped and began to rebuild, Prescott knew that this victory was only the beginning. The future held new challenges, but humanity would face them together, stronger and more united than ever.